Hello, this is the combat vet bringing you a letter to share with you today. Today this was in my email. I find this very interesting reading, so let's keep it going if you agree. It only takes a few days on the internet and this will have reached 75% of the public in the USA. Seniors need to stand up for what is right, not what the politicians want, or big corporations want. The disillusionment on the internet is becoming increasingly repetitive. The country's backbone is waking up. Will they listen? Or do we have to embrace the radicals she mentions? This was sent to Mr. Rand, who is the executive director of AARP. This lady not only has a grasp of the situation, but an incredible command of the English language. Dear Mr. Rand, recently you sent us a letter encouraging us to renew our lapsed membership in AARP by the requested date. I know it is not what you are looking for, but this is the most honest response I can give you. Our gap in coverage is merely a microscopic symptom of the real problem, a deepening lack of faith. While we have proudly maintained our membership for several years, and have long admired the AARP goals and principles, regrettably, we can no longer endorse its abdication of our values. Your letter specifically stated that we can count on AARP to speak up for our rights, yet the voice we hear is not ours. Your offer of being kept up to date on important issues through Divided We Fail presents neither an impartial view nor the one we have come to embrace. We do believe that when two parties agree all the time on everything presented to them, one is probably not necessary. But, when the opinions and long-term goals are diametrically opposed, the divorce is imminent. This is the philosophy which spawned our 200 years of government. Once upon a time, we looked forward to being part of the senior demographic. We also looked to AARP to provide certain benefits, and give our voice a power we could not possibly hope to achieve on our own. AARP gave us a sense of belonging which we no longer enjoy. The socialist politics practiced by the Obama administration, and empowered by AARP serves only to raise the blood pressure my medical insurance strives to contain. Clearly a conflict of interest there. We do not understand the AARP posture, feel greatly betrayed by the guiding forces, that we expected to map out our senior years and leave your ranks with a great sense of regret. We mitigate that disappointment with the relief of knowing that we are not contributing to the problem anymore by renewing our membership. There are numerous other organizations which offer discounts without threatening our way of life, or offending our sensibilities. This presidential administration scares the living daylights out of us. Not just for ourselves, but for our proud and blood-stained heritage. But even more importantly for our children and grandchildren. Washington has rendered Soylent Green a prophetic cautionary tale, rather than a non-fiction scare tactic. I have never in my life endorsed any militant or radical groups, yet now I find myself listening to them. I don't have to agree with them to appreciate the fear which birthed their existence. Their borderline insanity presents little more than a balance to the voice of the socialist mincemeat in power. Perhaps I became American by a great stroke of luck and some cosmic uterine lottery, but in my adulthood I choose to embrace it, and nurture the freedoms it represents as well as the responsibilities it requires. Your website generously offers us the opportunity to receive all communication in Spanish. Are you kidding? Someone has broken into our house, invaded our home without our invitation or consent. The president has insisted we keep the perpetrator in comfort, and learn the perp language, so we can communicate our reluctant welcome to them. I don't choose to welcome them. I don't choose to support them. I don't choose to educate them. I don't choose to medicate them, pay for their food or clothing. American home invaders get arrested. Please explain to me why foreign lawbreakers can enjoy privileges on American soil that Americans do not get? Why do some immigrants have to play the game to be welcomed, and others only have to break and enter to be welcomed? We travel for a living. Walt hauls horses all over this great country, averaging over 10,000 miles a month. When he is out there, he meets more people than a politician on caffeine overdose. Of all the many good folks he enjoyed on this last 10,000 miles, this trip yielded only one supporter of the current administration. One of us is out of touch with mainstream America. Since our poll is conducted without funding, I have more faith in it than one which is power-driven. We have decided to forward this to everyone on our mailing list, and will encourage them to do the same. With several hundred in my address book, I have every faith that the eventual exponential factor will make a credible statement to you. I am disappointed as hell. I am scared as hell. I am mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take it anymore. Walt and Cindy Miller Farms Equine Transport. I encourage everyone to keep this moving forward. End of emailed letter. This has been the Combat Vet. Thank you for tuning in.